This video is about men exposing other men, letting us see how much of users they are, how they are using women to achieve their personal goals. I have a couple of interesting stories for us to look into.
You think that if he's fucking other bitches, that it's really going to distract him from her getting fucked by somebody?
In the beginning.
I think that you guys are really so obsessed and entitled that you can fuck a billion bitches and be like, you fucked him.
I think that, no.
Yes.
No, always say to get over a bitch, you gotta get a new one or some shit like that.
Some real shit. It doesn't. I think, Deb, you can attest to it.
It numbs the pain.
It doesn't ease the pain, but it does save you some sanity in the beginning.
It does.
It keeps you from doing that initial thing, because your initial thing is to go crazy. Like he said,
Violent.
I'm going to that bitch dad crib, mom crib. Another bitch saves your sanity
but you gotta,
in the beginning.
So
you need more
scenario
bitches.
of get under somebody.
I'm fucking her. I'm fucking her to save you.
No, you need a bunch of them.
I'm fucking her to save you.
One chick isn't enough. You gotta have, if you like really in love with something, you do need
several bitches.
4, 5 Johns to make up for the one girl.
Yep.
A good number of men out there are wicked, and a good number of men out there are programmed to be selfish, and they are users. So they have to use women to take off the shock, the pain they are feeling from their relationship breakup. They have to sleep with a good number of women, forgetting that those women they are using have got emotions. Some might think they're actually having a real relationship with them at that point in time. So they are using them for their own selfish gain. Ladies, we have to be very careful when we have men come around us. You have to be sure you know their true intentions. Let's watch more videos. Hey fam, how you all doing? Hope you're having a great weekend. Let's watch these videos.
My brother just married a woman he's only known for 7 months. Congratulations to my brother, and I love him, right? But this is the twist. He was with a woman for 10 years. Everything she asked my brother to do, he is doing for this woman that he has only known for 7 months. Bottom line, bro, I love you if you're watching this, but I had to share it. Stop begging these men to do things you need to be done, because he is not going to change for you. He will never be the man you need him to be, because you are not the woman that he wants to be with. People change for who they want to change for. Stop preaching and start waiting patiently for your husband.
I mean, I hate to hear women, how about I'll die for my baby. How I'll jump in front of a bullet for my baby, but you won't stay with the dad for the baby. You know the statistics of a child growing up in a single household. So, but what you do? You break up with the dad for cheating because he hurt your feelings? He ain't not love you. He just went and got some pussy to go. And you break up with him and you destroy your child's life because of your motherfucking fragile ass ego. Stop being selfish, women.
Okay. All right. So you feel like if a woman gets cheated on and she want to leave, that's being selfish?
It's definitely, if a child is in place, she get cheated on and leave, yes, she is being selfish.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the very first video. This guy was in a 10 years relationship with his ex. He never proposed to her. He never married her. I don't know what went wrong. 7 months of meeting someone new, he proposed to the person and married the person. Something must have gone wrong in his past relationship. I'm just thinking about it, trying to wrap my head around it, asking myself, what must have gone wrong? Did it become a mundane situation? Was it too much routine that he got fed up? Were they all gasping for air, looking for something totally different? Did they get complacent and were not improving? Was she redundant? Wasn't she improving? Wasn't she adding value to her life? What really went wrong? What really went wrong? It just tells you that it's not about how long you are in a relationship, but it's about the quality of the relationship. It's not about the number of time you've known someone. In addition to that, that lady was used by the man. 10 years is a long time. With 10 years, you can achieve a lot. He used that as a placeholder. He used that to achieve whatever he achieved, and then when he felt ready, he moved on to the person he felt was the girl of his dream. Be careful. Don't allow any man use you as a placeholder.
Okay, so I'm gonna get into, it's 2 types of placeholders, but I'm gonna get into the one I'm talking about in Hot Girl Summer rule number 2. So this placeholder, she don't require, well, all of them don't require nothing. The bare minimum of anything, and a guy knows that you don't require much, so he'll keep you around. So a guy will keep a placeholder around until he finds the woman that he wants to be with, or maybe he got a type, but he know he can't afford that type yet. So he'll deal with a placeholder that's low maintenance until he can afford to mess with the high maintenance type of woman. Then you got the guys that got an ex-wife, got an ex-girlfriend, and they're using placeholders to pass the time until she lets him back in her life. And with placeholders, guys don't have to like you, guys don't have to love you to use you. And that's basically what they're doing. They're using you for whatever you're convenient for until they can really get what they want. That's what a placeholder is.
How to tell if you are the placeholder girl and not the dream girl. Disclaimer here, this is not to say that you are not amazing, you are not a queen in your own way. It is just to say that men have a very specific type. Just think of it like a puzzle piece. There's one specific puzzle piece that is going to fit into this puzzle, and it's not about how amazing you are, it's just about if you fit. And men know, and they will literally tell you. It is not that hard to interpret. Number one, is he bad at communication? Is he bad at making plans? Is he bad at texting you back? Is he vague with his communication on, where this relationship is? Is he vague about how he feels about you? Because men are simple creatures and they mean exactly as they say. If they want to see you, they are going to text you back and they are going to make plans with you. They are going to make sure that they see you and that they can lock you down. Which brings me to point number two, are they not locking you down? Because if you are his dream girl, he is going to lock that shit down as quickly as possible. Inserting a little personal anecdote here. With my ex, it was very, very vague commitment. He didn't really know what he wanted. He didn't really know where he saw me in his future. And me being me and being young and crazy, really wanted to know where I stood. And I pushed us into an engagement and marriage, and we got divorced. And then my husband literally locked me down as quickly as possible. The second we were in person together, will you be my girlfriend? A few weeks later, will you marry me? A few months later, we were married. If he wanted to, he would. Number three, wandering eyes. If a man wants to be with you, you are the only person that he can see. He literally, Emily Ratajkowski could be walking next to him. He is not even going to notice her. He's not going to see her because all he cares about is you. All he sees is you. Men have literal tunnel vision for their dream girls. If he is still looking around, if he notices other people, if he likes other girls' Instagram pictures, you are a placeholder. My husband will literally mute some of my friends on Instagram because they're very beautiful models and they'll post like a bikini picture. He will mute them so that that doesn't show up on his feed, so that no one even sees him scrolling and looking at anything that could potentially be not me. Last and most importantly is the effort that they will put in. If you are the dream girl, they will move literal mountains to make sure that you are happy and you are fulfilled in your relationship. If you're the placeholder girl, that's when it starts getting into that nagging dynamic when you're like, why don't you take me on date night? Why don't you buy me flowers? Why don't you hold my hand? Why don't you tell me I'm pretty? It's because his brain literally doesn't think to do those things, so he's not going to do them. When you are the dream girl, he's constantly thinking, how can I keep her? I don't want to lose her. And I say this with so much love because it is not saying you're not good enough, he doesn't love you, blah, 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 blah. It is just saying men are simple creatures. They're looking for this puzzle piece of a dream girl. And if you are not it, do not waste your time because you are someone else's dream girl. You deserve the person that is moving mountains for you, over communicating, who's making plans with you, who's locking you down, who thinks you are literally the be all end all in their life. So let me know in the comments, when did you realize that you were the placeholder, or when you were the dream girl? What triggered it for you? I'm Monica. I share my mistakes in life and love so you don't have to make the same ones. Okay, love you, bye.
Let's talk about the second video that is about the man saying, why should you leave because your man cheated on you? Women that have kids should not leave a cheating man. Does that make sense? It's the entitlement for me. He said, oh, your man just went out there to try other pussies and you're feeling hurt. Why should you feel hurt? It's like women don't have the right to feel hurt because a man cheated. And it's the way he spoke about the cheating like it's just a regular thing. You're not supposed to be angry about that. He also, in a way, blamed women for being the reason for dysfunctional homes. So you think the woman should stay because she has a child, for her to prevent single motherhood, for her to prevent the child getting bad. So he made reference to some statistics. You see how some men think. So the women should be responsible for putting the family unit together. The women should be responsible for preventing broken homes. What then should the men do? Go out there and cheat and initiate broken homes. That's exactly what he's saying, which doesn't make any sense to me. Men are good at shifting blames. They are good at taking out the log in other people's eyes, but they don't see their own fault. is the entitlement for me. Is the way he spoke with so much audacity for me. So women should not react to a cheating husband or a cheating man because they've got kids. So it's women's responsibility. Women should be blamed for broken home because they chose to live a cheating house or a cheating home. Just make it make sense. Make it make sense. Ladies, if that man cheats on you, pack your bags and leave, because he's going to cheat on you again, and the chances of you getting infected is high. He can bring home STD, HIV, you can name it. A lot of sexually transmitted diseases, both the ones that scientists are aware of, doctors are aware of, and the ones they are not aware of. So you just have to be careful. It's a risky position to be in. Let's hear what other men have to say.
Let me talk about this cheating thing for a lot of people. The thing that you feeling right now, it'll pass. It'll pass. Think about this, ladies, from this perspective, and then think about this, fellas, from this perspective. Ladies, you've been with this man through thick and thin, right? Father of your kid, structuring your household, you've loved on him, all of that. He had a moment of weakness or a couple moments of weaknesses, right? From a selfish perspective, are you going to let somebody benefit from all of the things that your husband is now becoming as a result of you being emotional in that one particular moment? Are you going to let your man you going to throw that whole situation, your whole marriage, everything that y'all built and worked for just because you're emotional at that particular moment over some sex? It seemed bigger than what it really is. It's really not. It seems much stronger and much more of an issue than it really is, but it really ain't.
Hey, listen, if someone cheats on you and you stay with them, let them cheat on you again, man, because idiots belong with idiots. And if you ain't locked them off, then you're an idiot.
People that take back cheaters are so interesting to me, only because I could never do it. Like, I'm literally going to hate the fuck out of you. Like, it's going to be such nasty and negative and dark energy constantly exuding from my body in your direction. Your mood is going to shift when you're in the same room as me. That is how much I'm going to hate you. And the thought of you doing the action, doing the cheating, running through my brain is going to drive me clinically insane. Like, you can never touch me. You can never look in my direction. Like, if I make eye contact with you, you're looking at me, I might swing. Like, it's just not, I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all are strong and y'all are brave. Actually, no, let me be real, because that's kind of fake of me. Like, I think y'all need to do better for yourselves, for real. And you know it too, because how many people that take back cheaters, how do your relationship really be lasting when you forgive them? I think y'all end up breaking up anyways, because you hate them, because they betrayed you. How could you ever trust them again? You can't. You shouldn't.
Oh, do you want to hear another absolutely disgusting secret about men that they definitely do not want you to know? And as usual, this is an absolutely foolproof method, so please pay attention and do not tell anybody that I told you. I'm warning you in advance today. Do not get your feelings hurt by this. This is only to help you. If you are currently in or have ever been in a very, very loving relationship, like you don't have much to complain about, you really love your partner, but then one major wrong thing happens. For example, they cheat on you. They do something so egregious, so bad that you don't know how you're going to get over it. If the person that you are in a relationship with is a man and you forgive the one egregious, crazy, whatever activity it is, it may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen in 6 months. It may not happen even in a year to 2 years, but I can promise you it will happen again. More importantly, because I get asked this question all the time. If this happens, should you actually stay with them? The only answer, if you respect yourself at all, is no. Because even if it was a one-time mistake and they never did it again, I promise you, you may think you have the strength to get over it. It will be the root of every problem down the line with the person. How can you love somebody and then let them cheat on you and stay with them? Make it make sense to me, and then you can stay with them. I don't want any more questions about this in the future. It should be cut and dry. If he cheats once.
A certain man is of opinion that women don't lose status when cheated on. Rather, they get men sliding into their DM to ask them out. The men are the ones that lose status when cheated on. So it's okay for women to be cheated on, but it's not okay for men to be cheated on. He's encouraging women that get cheated on to stay, but men that get cheated on to leave the relationship. Let's hear what he has to say.
There's nothing insecure about a man not wanting to see the future mother of his children being fucked by other men. It has to do with our status as a man. Do you guys remember your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops? Do you remember Future saying that? Why is he saying that? Why is he's saying that? Because he humiliates another man by having sex with his girl. If you're a woman and you get cheated on, you do not lose status like a man does when he gets cheated on. A man literally can lose friends. He can lose money. He can lose his job if he gets embarrassed bad enough. A woman, if you get cheated on, you know what happens? Other dudes slide in your DM and nobody has a problem with it. That's the difference. Does that make sense?